All the good signs at the moment, isn't he, Florian Wirtz? Right, we're going to pause here because the boss is standing by. Here is Arne Slot with Sky Sports.
Well, Arne, I guess you'd agree, not perfect, but in terms of the performance and result, another small step forward?
Yeah, the difficult thing in football, or it's not a difficult thing, but the thing in football, you always remember the last few minutes the most. And that were the worst minutes of our total game. I think if I can calm down a little bit and erase that from our memory, I think there's a lot to like also in our performance. And in the end, I've stood here many times that I liked our performance a lot, and we weren't able to get the 3 points. Now, for a large part, I like the performance, and we have the 3 points, so I have to tell myself that as well.
The last, 10, 15 minutes did feel a bit like the Leeds game. I'm sure it did even more for you, but why in that part of the match against 10 and then even 9 weren't you able to settle it down and control it?
Yeah, because we didn't keep the ball when we had the ball. Kicked it away, throw it away, and of course, if it's 9, 10 or 11, it's hard to prevent the goalkeeper from kicking a ball long. And they went for the duels, they got a few free kicks, got a few throw-ins, maybe even corner kicks, I think. So yeah, it became very hectic and chaotic in the end. And the moments then when we had the ball, instead of just keeping it and making it big and play the ball from foot to foot, I think we lost it every single time after 2 seconds. Yeah, but again, the focus is mainly on the last 10 minutes till now, in the interview as well, and also in our mind. But there was a lot to like before that.
Go on, tell us about those bits. What did you like?
I think again we had good control over the game. Both teams didn't create that much, and I think that's something, except from the second half against Brighton, we saw a lot lately. Another time a win. I think now 6 times unbeaten, 4 wins, 2 draws. That comes a bit closer to what we expect from us. And we are definitely not perfect yet, but again, both of our number 9 scored. Alex another goal and Hugo another goal. So again, positives to take from this game. But yeah, in the Premier League, there's never a game boring, isn't it?
Certainly not. Do you watch that? I mean, forget the sort of last bit and think, does it make you feel any differently about the formation or the shape that you've shifted to, that maybe it's more of a short-term solution than a long-term solution?
Now, when the other team goes down to 10 and even to 9, I think it's more useful and helpful if you have wingers that can dominate the 1v1 on the sides, because then if it's 1v1 you can take them on, you already have an extra player.
But I guess so you missed not just Salah but Gakpo today.
Yeah, Mo as well, but he's not available, that's what you mean with not missing him. But if the other team goes down to 10, I think wingers are very important that can create. This is also what you saw when I brought Jeremy in, because he was the one that created the 2-0 with a 1v1 action. And I've said before, I don't think if we have wingers available, we can also adapt. But at this moment of time, with the players available, I think this is the best for us to get as much points in as we would like to bring in.
So obviously a key talking point in the match is that they lost 2 players to red cards. What did you make of those decisions? I guess the second one in particular is pretty clear. But what did you make of the physicality, the intensity, if that's the right word, in the match?
The second one was the second yellow. It was 2 yellows, wasn't it?
I think it was just it was 2 yellows. Right?
Yeah, so I don't know what he actually did to get his second yellow.
It was a kick out at Konate. I mean, that could have been a red, to be honest, straight off.
Okay. That I didn't notice, but if you tell me this, then that's that. And the first one, was. I don't think it was intended, but the way he touched him and where with his foot. A few times in our games, this hasn't been a red card, by the way. Burnley, and I can come up with some others last week against Brighton. But this time it was, so it's once in a while nice as well that they make those decisions for us.
Did you think it was an overly physical match? I can think of a couple of bits aside or on top of the red cards.
No, but it doesn't have to be an overly physical match if you have your touch that high as he had them. At least that's the one clip I saw. It came across like that and it came from behind. Again, I don't think it was his intention, but it looks bad when you see it back in in a video. So yeah, I think there's a fair chance that the VAR overturns that decision to a red card. Not always, as we've seen this season, but this time he did.
Lastly, he got a great goal, but how is Alexander Isak?
Yeah, difficult. So short after the game is difficult to know what he exactly has, but it's never a nice thing. When you score, I think after the goal he collided with their defender. So yeah, let's see. Hopefully he's fine, but we have to wait and see.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Arne Slot should be reasonably happy, I would imagine, with the 3 points tonight. Let's just take a look at what lies ahead for Liverpool. Of course, the next game is Wolves, but it is a full week to wait until the next time Liverpool are in action at Anfield. That comes on the 27th, and of course will be the final game of 2025. Then to kick off the new year, Leeds at Anfield on New Year's Day, followed by a capital double header. First up, Fulham on the 4th, and that is followed by a trip to the Emirates to take on Arsenal. Joel, I'll come to you. We're coming to the end of the show, but just in terms of looking at those fixtures now, I think you probably feel a lot more confident than maybe you'd have a month or so ago, just about the direction the Reds are going in.
Definitely, yeah, Becky. I mean, look, you're 6 games unbeaten now. That can't be understated how massive that is for this team, given the run that they went on beforehand. So for us now, we've just got to try to continue building that momentum, even in the face of all the injuries that we've got. Wolves and Leeds, I expect not less than 6 points. Fulham away. If we bring our A game, another win there, so 9 points. And in our ideal world, you take 10 from 12. If we somehow ended up with 10 points from 12 over those 4 games, I'd be very happy going into the new year, and I think I'd back us to comfortably get top 4.
Yeah, how do you look at those forthcoming games? Because without wanting to jinx it, as Joel said, you should be looking at those Wolves and Leeds games though and thinking 6 points.
I know, probably a month ago I got asked the same question, and it was like last season I'd have gone win, maybe a draw, win. Now it's, a month ago you'd have gone, I don't know. But I
asked you pre-match.
I said I'm getting more and more confident now.
I said if we win tonight, do you feel like the door is pretty much closed on that tough period?
I said it before, it's a work in progress. There's still things to eradicate out of our performances. There's still plenty of game management to learn. But their games now I look at and think, I fancy us. Yeah. So I agree with Joel. I'd take 10 points.
I think Joel got a spot on.
Yeah.
I think Joel got a spot in terms of analysis. The teams we're playing against, he did say no game is going to be easy. Bring our A game to Fulham, So I think Joel got a spot on with 10 out of 12. I'd be chuffed with that. Liverpool, we go to win every game, but if we're being realistic, 10 out of the 12 for me, I'd be really pleased with that.
And you want to go into that Arsenal game with a bit of confidence and spring in your step, Jace, as well.
Oh, could bring it all closer together again, couldn't it? Like if you take points off them. Oh, yeah.
Well, it's coming.
Might win the league.
Oh, it's still not out of the question. You never ever know. Right, that is it from us for now. It has been a pleasure. Thank you all very, very much indeed for joining us tonight. Jason, Sammy and Ray, of course, as well, down in London alongside Matt Smith. And of course, our guest there, our solo fan panel guest this week, Joel Richards. A very Merry Christmas to you, Joel, and thank you very much indeed for joining us. Do not forget Matchday Live.